Do you identify as a perfectionist? Do you triple check your work to the nth degree? Do you find yourself stuck on your desk working on just one more thing because it's just not quite right? If so, this week's episode is for you. I'm Siobhan Barnes, founder of the Neon Life Society, and over the past couple of weeks, I've been connecting with you all in terms of what's holding you back in your career. What's that big challenge that you're facing? And for a lot of you, it's perfectionism. Always wanting to triple check your work, most of you even more than that, not being confident that you're doing a good enough job and constantly checking your back to make sure that, you're not going to be found out or caught out. Now, there is a difference between perfectionism and healthy striving. Perfectionism is coming from a bit of a critical place, like a bit of a taskmaster. Maybe there's somebody on your shoulder saying, you've got to do it better, it's not good enough, keep going. Whereas healthy striving is like, hey, I'm going to see where I can go. I'm going to see what my growth edge is. What more can I do? Let's have fun with this. And it has a very different energy and a very different feel about it. And I invite you to think about how you can start to incorporate more healthy striving versus this perfectionist tendency into your life. Because let's face it, perfectionism can really eat into a lot of areas. It's not an admirable trait. If you're stuck at your desk looking at something for the nth time, 100th time, you're perhaps not making the best use of your time. Maybe you're improving that thing you're working on by 1%, but that 1% is not going to make a difference, right? You could use that time to spend with loved ones, exercise, meditate, meet friends, be creative, play, do those sorts of things, which is going to lead for a more wholesome life, right? Which is what we're here to do, enjoy both a life and a career that matters. Now, if you find that you're a perfectionist, I highly, highly recommend this book by Brené Brown. And I know it's backwards for you guys, but it's called The Gifts of Imperfection. And Brené Brown is such a beautiful person. She's my girl crush. But she talks about your guide to a wholehearted life. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. So her example of this perfectionism versus healthy striving goes like this. And I want to read it to you. So she says, like most women, I struggle with body image, self-confidence, and the always complicated relationship between food and emotions. So here's the difference between perfectionism diets and healthy goals and the healthy striving. So perfectionist self-talk goes a little something like this. Ugh, nothing fits. I'm fat and I'm ugly. I'm ashamed of how I look. I need to be different than I am right now to be worthy of love and belonging. That's ultimately at the heart of it, right? When you're not happy and you're not sure about what it is you want to do, like in terms of career goals, then you're going to be, speaking to yourself in that way. Whereas healthy striving and healthy goals are about coming from a different angle. I want this for me. I want to feel better. I want to be healthier. The scale doesn't dictate if I'm loved and accepted. If I believe that I'm worthy of love and respect now, I will invite courage, compassion, and connection into my life. And I want to figure this out for me. I can do this. So this also speaks to the point of how, when you're in this perfectionist trap, you're doing things because you should, because you have to. It's very much this taskmaster energy. Whereas if you're coming from the healthy striving approach, you're actually saying, you know what? I'm making this choice for me. I'm going to go down this path. And no matter what happens, I still love and accept myself the way I'm at. And that's the heart of it, ladies. You're enough just the way you are. You have the right to make your own choices. But, the way you talk to yourself in the process is huge, right? It's not just about what you do. It's about the energy with which you approach things, which is what I talked about in last week's blog post. So it's important to think about. And now I invite you to make this conscious choice. Do you want to be a taskmaster, driving yourself to perfection? Or are you going to adopt this healthy striving approach where you're going to be nice to yourself, compassionate and kind, and treat yourself like you would your best friend and actually enjoy the journey? Leave a comment and let me know what's the choice you're going to make. If you have any challenges, also leave a comment and let me know. And remember that clearing these blocks and getting your head straight and getting your energy straight is what's going to help you do the work you're here to do and fulfill your purpose and, do work you love, serve others in the world, and find that beautiful sweet spot of doing what, fulfills you on the inside and creates the outer success on the outside and impact on the outside. So remember, there's no one in the world who can do what you do the way you do it. Keep going after that career goal of yours. And remember, you're enough.